Hello duelists from all around the world, BlackRoseDuelist here, and today I'm sharing my top 5 picks for the best decks of December 2015 for Yu-Gi-Oh! We have lots of interesting picks here today, lots of which you probably wouldn't expect the orders, but the top 3 is pretty concrete. So what are the decks exactly? Well, I'm about to get into them. This month, a lot of things have changed. We have the new Pendulum Structure deck, along with Bosch, finally people getting actually Docs, Dimension of Chaos. Lots of people are finally getting their cards from Dimension of Chaos. The Cosmos are dominating, the Magispectors, all the new Pendulums, Four Mages, so many decks, Infernoids even. Yeah, lots of interesting support. So let's start with number 5, which is Stellar Knights. Stellar Knights is kind of a mixed choice. I wasn't going to pick them originally. I was going to pick either Infernoid or Madolche, actually. But I picked Stellars because they're more of a safe choice. They're pretty much guaranteed to be around for a long time unless they murder the deck, which I don't think they will. And that's exactly what's going to stay around. The deck is always going to be consistently topping. Not hugely. That's not a word. Not in a big amount, but it's going to be there. The deck's always present. The fact that you can just go Call of the Haunted, Altair, Special Summon Vega, Special Summon Deneb, search a card, you just gain like 4 cards off one Call of the Haunted, and that's just one of their easy plays. So the deck is just really powerful. Other decks that could have been here are Madolche, Mermount, especially with the new card coming out next month, Infernoids, Necros even. Lots of decks that can still top. A lot of tier 2 decks can compete. But sadly, when Bosch comes out, everything's going to change. So January is going to be crazy. But Stellar Knights, a pretty safe choice. You're always going to see them somewhere in the meta, I think, unless they completely kill the deck, which I don't think is going to happen. So Stellars at number 5. Coming in to number 4, we have the new Pendulum Magicians. This deck is getting their structure deck tomorrow, actually, so go pick that up if you want to play a pretty good deck for a pretty cheap price. That's actually one of the reasons why this deck is going to be really good. You're going to see lots of numbers of this deck because all the budget players who want to play a good deck are going to play this deck or Stellars, which are actually kind of budget now because of all the reprints and the Megatons and such. But this deck's actually really, really crazy. You have things like Wisdom Eye Magician, which is basically a self-wavering eyes. You can destroy it and then search for another Pendulum Magician. You have a monster MST. You have a monster Mini Dark Hole. You have a Odd Eyes monsters that can become huge. Really just, you can spam the board with all these Pendulums. They die, so what? They'll just come back next turn. The deck, out of everything, is very consistent. They have cards like Pendulum Call, which you can discard a card and search for 2 Pendulums. That's an instant scale, rank 1 to 8 if you want. So the deck, its main benefit, it's very consistent. You can mix it with other decks, which you'll see next, actually. So coming in number 4, we have Pendulum Magicians. Go pick up your structure decks tomorrow. Number 3, we have Magispectors. This is kind of like, I compare this deck to the wind-ups of this age. And the Pendulum Magicians would kind of be the, I guess, Mermount. This deck is very powerful when it can be. If you get a good hand, this deck can be very, especially first turn. If you draw Fox, the Niko and a Unicorn or something, and then you draw like a Pendulum Call to get your scales, you can set your scales a Unicorn and a QB with your set Solemn Notice, which you search the Magispector Tempest, basically Solemn Notice. It's just crazy. Your opponent literally can't do anything. Unicorn is a quick play monster effect. When your opponent, even though someone's a monster, you can bounce back a monster Pendulum on your field and bounce back an opponent's monster. So the second they normal summon, you can bounce it back. Or just whenever they play any Xyz monster or anything. The deck is crazy. It's very defensive, and it's a very good contender at number 3. Number 2, we have Pepe. If you don't know what Pepe is, it stands for Perform Mage, Perform Pal. The deck is going to be pretty good right now. Once we get Solemn Notice, the Eridine card, and Monkey Board, Geek Turtle, and the new what's it called? The sorcerer, the magician, the Formpel pendulum wizard guy. Basically, when he's special summon, you can pop 2 scales on the field, then search for 2. Um, or you can destroy monsters as well on your field. So basically, you just spam it and destroy things and search for more things, and then special summon with the pendulum. It's crazy. Along with that, and the fact that you can pop a mascot, a Perform H mascot, which is right there, the plush fire. You can destroy it, search a card, then special summon a Perform H because you destroyed that. It's crazy. It's very consistent with things like Damage Juggler. If you want to add the Perform H or the Pendulum Magicians, you can search for Pendulum Magicians as well. It's just crazy. And then with the Perform Pal engine, you have the Magician guy I was just talking about, the Lizard Draw, the Joker, which is a Stratos, because why not? They don't have enough consistency. So that guy's very powerful. It'll be more powerful in the future, but it's not as powerful as number 1, Cosmo. Eventually, when we get the new support, expect the Pendulum Pepe deck to get probably Dragon Ruler level. But as right now, Cosmo takes the cake, because Cosmo can easily destroy Pepe at its current state, because how are you going to get over a Dark Destroyer? And let alone, once you get rid of that Dark Destroyer, they can summon another one just like that. Lickety split. But 3000 beater, can't target it. If you destroy it, you can summon a Forerunner. Destroy Forerunner, you get a Slip Rider. Destroy Slip Rider, you get a Wicked Witch that can't be destroyed. And that's just one. And then you can just bring it back with Cosmo Town. It's just crazy. The 3000 beaters that are untargetable. Literally, Dark Destroyer might be, it's almost tower level, Clipboard tower level, but it's even easier to play, and you can play multiple of them very easily. So, besides that, Cosmo can be really consistent in OTK real quick with Emergency Teleport. I'm pretty sure 2 Emergency Teleports, GG. Besides that, the deck's just very consistent and very powerful. So yes, that brings an end to this video. Cosmo took the cake for number 1 this format of December 2015. Make sure, since it's December and Christmas time, or just holiday season, if you don't celebrate Christmas, I will be doing a fun little event. Comment the deck you're playing this format and this month in general in the description, in the comment section below. I will write a little letter to each of you and read it out loud on Christmas Day. I'll talk about maybe something I find on your profile picture, or if I know you personally, or if I just, I'll give you a tip of the deck, or my thoughts on the deck you're playing. Every single one of you I will be reading, even if you don't subscribe, which I really, really encourage. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll be able to see the letter I write you if you comment down below. So, if you enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what your favorite deck is in the comment section below that you're playing. See you guys later. Have fun. Adios. Hola. Bye. All that jazz. Goodbye.